Personal story segment tonight. 23-year-old Jenna Taklakova from Vancouver, Canada, wants to compete in the Miss Universe beauty contest. But organizers says she can't because she used to be a guy. A few years ago, Jenna underwent a transsexual operation. She says she's entitled to compete and may sue to get into the beauty contest. Joining us now with a reaction from Fort Worth, Texas, radio host Janine Turner, and from Los Angeles, Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall. All right, Leslie. Now, here's the situation. This woman is free to do whatever she wants to do, and she didn't violate any laws, and she went from a guy to a girl, all right? But Miss Universe says because you weren't born a woman, you can't compete as a woman. Does that violate her rights?
Well, Bill, I think it depends on what determines that you're a woman or not. Is it that you were born a woman? Is it your gender? You're born a certain gender, male or female. Is it, your DNA? Is it your genitalia? I say that because, technically there are people that are hermaphrodites that are born genderless.
We don't want to wander too far afield here, Leslie. Let's assume that legally she's a woman, all right? And that's what it says on her passport, and that's what she's entering the contest in. Does she have a right to compete?
I believe that she does. The problem that I have here is that she lied. Basically, when they asked her, were you born a woman, she said yes, and she wasn't.
No, but here's how she made that excuse. In her mind, she was always a woman. Yes, see, in my mind, I was always a quarterback for the New York Jets, so I don't know how much credence to put in that. What do you say? What do you say, Janine?
Well, I believe that the Miss Universe pageant is a private organization, and they have a right to set the rules that they want to set, and it says that anyone who enters the contest has to be a naturally born woman.
Does it say that? Naturally born woman?
Yes. Well, yes. And to the best, yes. And the NFL has rules, the Olympics have rules, and you have to stick by the rules. And those are the rules. And a private organization has the right to set those rules. What right,
Janine, does this Miss Universe pageant have to violate this lady's right to be a woman? They're basically saying because you weren't born a woman, you don't have a right to be a woman. It's kind of complicated, but, she did what she had to do to become a woman. On her passport, it says she's a woman. And then this operation, Janine says, well, we don't think you are. It doesn't sound right to me.
Well, that's what it says right now. If you want to enter, those are the rules. She knew that going in. She knew that going in.
Well, right. I mean, and I agree with you.
So she was
I think we all agree, even Leslie, that private concerns have a right to make their own rules. The Boy Scouts prove that, and they've ruled time and time again. And if you're a private enterprise, as the Miss Universe contest is, it's not funded by any government, that you have a right to make the rules. But if she sues on a basis of that her human rights are being violated, because that's where the lawsuit would go. And, that's going to be an interesting case, Leslie.
Yeah, I do think she definitely has some ground to stand on there, because I do feel it's discriminatory. Hey, look, certainly private organizations have a right. I mean, people who are fully able-bodied shouldn't be in the Special Olympics. Bill, you should not be running for Miss America, although I do think that some people would vote for you if it was done by phone, especially your viewers. And if I had the body that she has, I definitely think about entering into contests. But
you
she
could
has,
get that,
I believe,
Leslie.
a right to fight that.
That's available in catalogs all over the place. I mean, she wasn't born that way. She bought all that. Go ahead, Janine, wrap it up for us.
I have a thought about that. I think that having a transgendered woman puts a naturally born woman at a disadvantage in a pageant like this, because just what you said, women struggle with cellulite and extra fat, and men have streamlined legs and they're muscular and they can augment their breast, and they put their naturally born woman at a disadvantage. Well,
these beauty contests, if they really wanted to be beauty contests, they would say no enhancements. That's the way to do it. No enhancements. You got to be natural.
But there may be girls that don't have any enhancements that are entered. Not every girl that enters has enhancements.
I know that, but if this would cover everybody, though. If they said no, you have to be,
but not
be a
about
natural
the legs.
person and whatever. All right, so if it does wind up in court, we'll give it to you. Is it legal? Ladies, thanks very much. When we come right back, Lou Dobbs.